Broncos, 3 turnovers, have now lost 2 of their last 3. The Chiefs, like we talked about, their defense has been strong, have allowed 11.2 points per game during their 5-game winning streak. Right now, 1 game up on the Chargers now in the AFC West. We got guys on the ground there in chilly Kansas City with jackets and scarves.
I hope they're cold
everything.
as hell. I hope you guys are freezing your butts off. It's nice and warm in here.
Let me just say this, Chris. Hey, thanks for joining the winning squad. Finally picking a winner.
It's his first game-winning pick since September. I have been tracking it the first of September. It's a beautiful day for you, Chris. We're out here celebrating.
I hate both of you, but
he's
thank
supposed
you.
to be an expert. He gets paid for those picks.
He does. You just got to listen to Maria more. That's what it comes down to. Listen, this is 5 wins in a row now for Kansas City. It's something blue directly in my right eye. I'm going one eye as I fly this show right now. When you look at this game tonight, Rod, you go through this entire game. I'm going back to that final drive right before halftime. They go 20 plays to the Broncos and end up with nothing. What impact did that have on this game?
Let me tell you something. That's devastating. That's devastating to an offense. You go 20 plays, you wear a defense down. A defense is trying to do everything they possibly can do to stop you, and you walk away with no points. That's why I was so frustrated when they went for it on 4th down. Kick the field goal, 20 plays, and now you score points. You got to always, anytime you get an opportunity to score points in a cold game like this, you have to take the points.
It was a drive that started all the way back to the 3-yard line. They came all the way down the field, get absolutely nothing with it. How about with Patrick Mahomes? When you watch him play tonight, what do you need to see more of from him?
Well, it starts with they need more discipline. He needs more discipline, and that's up to Andy Reid. Andy Reid needs to focus on his footwork, a lot of the fundamentals, and tell him, don't worry about throwing the ball sidearm or side. Just focus on doing things fundamentally sound, just like Chris Sims was talking about.
And Chris, I got to tell you, I could barely walk in this win. I couldn't even throw the ball to that 10-yard marker right there. What'd you see from Patrick Mahomes trying to throw it through this stuff tonight?
Well, I think, Rodney hit on a lot of the right points. Again, I want to see more consistency from Patrick Mahomes in the passing offense. Still, for a guy as talented as he is, yes, we've become accustomed to hitting the sidearm throw and making it happen. But he's not the machine he was in year past. Hey, here's one that's great. I mean, come on. Nobody does that better than Patrick Mahomes. Running left, throwing back right. But it's these plays. Again, hey, that's pretty good. But I'd like to see Tyreek Hill catch the ball running. They would have got an extra 5-10 yards. It's off just a little bit. And then plays like this where the receiver can't even get a hand on the football. Or you got Travis Kelce open on a Y out, tight end out route. Throws it at his feet. That's what I'm not accustomed to seeing. Rodney hit it right. Feet are all over the place at times. Lets his arm get too loose. Doesn't get his body in the right positions to be the machine throwing the football like we've seen him be, or like a Brady or an Aaron Rodgers, how they can be.
Yeah, and Chris, this is going to go down as a Kansas City blowout, right? But something still looks a little bit weird about this Kansas City offense. What do you think it is watching them play?
And Chris, maybe you'll agree with me, but I think what they're missing is that third guy in the passing game.
Yeah.
You have Hill, you have Kelce, and those guys can make plays, but they're really missing that third guy. Demarcus Robinson, they tried to give him an opportunity. He hasn't really taken advantage of it. Talk about Byron Pringle. He had 2 drops. He's not taking advantage of it. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's back. They're trying to get him involved, but they need that third weapon in the passing game. Your thoughts, Chris?
Agree. I mean, especially when you're a team built through the offense, right? Sorry to cut you off there, Jack, but I think that's a real thing. There's no doubt about it. Team built through the offense. They want to score points, put pressure on you that way. But, Rodney, the great offenses you defend in your career, like the Indianapolis Colts, they had more than 2 guys, right? It was Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, and Edgerrin James, and Dallas Clark. You go back to, like, the greatest show on turf, the Rams. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, and Marshall Faulk. I think it's a very real point you bring up. It's easy to take 2 people out of a game plan. It's that third one that can put an offense over the top. And, Rodney, I think you're kind of onto something there. That, and I'd like to see, where's the speed sweeps, the reverses, wide receiver screen game? That is another thing I would like to see from Kansas City. Bring some defenses up so then you can go down the ball. Right. You can now be creative and throw the ball down the field, what we're accustomed to seeing from them.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.